What up? What up? What up? This is Phil, and I'm calling this the Real Candyman Review. All right. So, uh, back in the '90s, I grew up watching Candyman as a child, and this movie was incredible to me to see this. I grew up watching Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, and Puppet Master, and all these old school horror movies. Even Tony Top follows me on Twitter. Shout out to bro. But I grew up watching all of these, Caucasian serial killers, scary people, right? But then you got Candyman come out with a hook, and it just seemed like so different at the time, and so eerie and creepy, and the story behind it, incredible. And now you have a new version, you know, with black female director Jordan Peele writing on it. Um, you know, they're both writing on it, but so as far as this movie that I saw last night, Candyman, all right, there's going to be different opinions on it for many reasons, and I'm going to break down all of those many different reasons in this video, all right? So basically, um, in this film, it was beautifully shot. The way, and you could tell that she took care of this film. Um, you know, and I ain't gonna explain like the entire movie or all of that, but I will explain the circumstances that led up to why I feel like this movie would have been, I would say, super understandable to everybody if it was released in 2020, and I'll explain that. All right. So with, let's say, the original Candyman, you all know how he came about, his origin. Let's talk about origins, okay? He was a painter that fell in love with a white woman, and this and that. White people ain't like that. They murdered him, chopped off his hand, put honey and a hook in his shit, fucking left him to die, and he died. And you say his name, he gonna come out and kill you, right? You basically you actually created a demon by murdering an innocent person ruthlessly, right? I mean, all of that just bad vibes, right? Boom. So then, yeah, he starts haunting people and shit like that. Boom. Now you got the new 2021 Candyman, all right? 2021 Candyman, this guy, black guy, him and his lady moving to a new apartment, and her brother is really eccentric, really funny, and so he's trying to his the little brother's like, you want to hear a story, and so he starts telling the story about Helen, the white woman who went looking for Candyman in the first one, right? So then, as the days progress, he learns about Candyman and starts trying to figure out all of this stuff about him. And then as he starts getting more in tune with him, he wants to put his information out, all right, and put out, hey, check out my new art. Everybody's kind of dissing his shit, but they also interested in the shit. And I love how they literally tied in, certain people that saw his image or saw his work, took the information and then went somewhere else and did it. Because they was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna do it," but then it's like something distracts them to not do it right there, but they went and did it somewhere else, and it tied in. Is incredible writing by Jordan Peele. All right, so boom, right? People dying because they're saying Candyman. Specifically, Caucasian people. Okay, they're dying saying Candyman. Okay, uh, and then at the same time, Anthony, the main guy, he's being, possessed and, you know, fucked with by Candyman because he's becoming, he basically was, he went to the lady house. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's his mom, right? And she broke it down like, hey, yeah, you really come from Cabrini Green. You actually was that baby that was in that fire. And he's like, damn. And he's just like, fuck, right? So his lady starts to get real like, okay, I need to figure out what the fuck going on type shit. I can't see my brother fail like this, okay? So then she goes to look in, then, the other guy that he went talking to about Candyman starts going crazy and starts, cutting off Buddy hand and shit. This is crazy shit, right? Like, he's like, explaining, like, hey, we gonna be creating this motherfucking Candyman. Oh, you just wait. Oh, it's coming, and it's coming because he already done summoned them. He done did this and that. Basically saying, your boy fucked up, right? And then boom, all of a sudden, you know, uh, she killed his ass, and then Buddy came, Anthony came in, the main guy, and then the police came in and slaughtered his ass. Boom, 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 boom. Just bam, whatever, boom, right? Then of course, boom, at the end, they tried to arrest her, like, oh, you did this too. Wow, you're going to jail. Then the police guy talking in the car with her, talking shit, like, yeah, see, you ain't got no options. See, y'all, look what you done did now. See, you might as well fess up. You might as well. The system is gonna kill the system. All of this FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They're using that to their advantage to bring you down, right? So then, and now mind you, everybody is watching this, especially every race is watching this film, seeing how it really goes when it comes to certain situations, especially in the justice system. All right. So then she asked the officer, "Let me look in the mirror." Boom. He let her look in the reflection. She say Candyman 5 times. Her fucking dude Anthony wakes the fuck up, and he's fucking Candyman. Okay, kills all the police. You feel me? He let one run. Well, he got him later. Yeah, but basically he's the Candyman. Now, if you're wondering how he became the Candyman, it goes back to what I just said, how Daniel Robitaille, the original Candyman, was created, if you were listening. He was created because he was slaughtered. An innocent man was slaughtered by the police, or I will say white people. You know what I'm saying? So, and also in this story, there's another Candyman that's doing the killing. He looks kind of like Candyman, but he literally was a mentally deformed person who actually had a hook, and he used to go around giving candy to kids, and they killed him. Okay, which made him into a serial killer, like demon serial type killer. Okay, now what does this all mean, right? And like I said, I see different opinions on it on YouTube. I see Facebook. I see all these people saying they don't like it, or all of this and that. Well, that's because you haven't. Luckily for me, I went by myself. I had nobody really sitting next to me. We all was spaced out. I liked it. I was able to focus on the movie. Okay, I didn't have somebody just talking blah 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 blah. Okay, the thing is this. Okay, what message this movie? The message that this movie is getting across, and I'm gonna be for real with y'all. The message is, the more that you kill, especially the police and people of color that's in positions of power, the more you recklessly kill people, black people, specifically black men, black women, okay, you're going to create more candy men, okay? If that makes sense. That's just basically from what I got and not my understanding. And like I said, not only am I into screenwriting, I'm also into making a horror movie myself. And I was trying to make a horror movie in 2020, which I'm going back to what I said. In 2020, I was making a film called Pray For Me. And then the pandemic hit, which kind of halted my shit. But then it also halted Candyman. Now, when the pandemic hit, what do y'all all remember? The main thing of 2020. What do you remember? That's right. George Floyd. Okay? I feel like this movie, would have made more sense to everybody that watched it at the same time if it came out in 2020. This is one of the reasons why the pandemic is kind of bad, because certain films really have certain time frames of really getting the message out. Now, here's the crazy part. Candyman of 2021 actually resonates today, because for some reason you guys keep still wanting to continue to ignore shit, act like nothing happens, and then still sloppily murder us. Now, mind you, the police, and now many people are going to say, oh, this was just a police killer movie. No, look at how the police came in. Look at how the dude explained the story. He said like look at how they just murder him. They every time they just come in, they just come in swarms like bees and murder. Okay, so if this is coming from me, a black man who actually grew up on Candyman in the '90s, who actually has Tony Todd following him now. Cool. Okay, I don't even like. Listen, I'm just a fan of Candyman, but at the same time, as far as the movie as script goes, you could tell that at the end it was kind of rushed. Maybe because of the pandemic. So you don't know what's going on with this film, right? This could have had more. You could tell it was more because I didn't see the part he was like right. I didn't see none of that shit, but you could tell that it was crafted beautifully. Produced by Jordan Peele. Definitely hit that GTA cheat code. That shit lit. Hey, you could tell he takes his time with the scripts, and I do appreciate you for that, bro. And you could tell the plot, like when you think a jump scare is coming, it ain't coming. It surprised you, and you're on to the next fucking shit. So this film was definitely beautiful. Now I also want to address why people. I want to address certain scenes because there's messages in this movie. Just like there's the message of, hey, the more you keep killing black people, you're gonna create candy men, okay? Then there's another message that I noticed, and of course it may be because Nia DaCosta's wrote some of it and also is the producer. When the dude's girlfriend stabs the black guy, okay, and she's stabbing him excessively, okay. Many people aren't there to say, oh yeah, that's just represents black on black violence. No, I'm a brother, bro. I'm a brother, right? I understand that message there means that black women are just fucking frustrated with us, bro. I mean, come on, let's just be honest. They're fucking frustrated with us. What type of elements that racism has on like people in general. This look at me. Let me tell you how the dominoes fall. Right, the dominoes fall like this: the oppressor, they shut down us. They show them that we are weaker than them. They will cut, they will kill, they will do everything, and they will oppress. This leads to the actual person of the that's being oppressed to be not as powerful, not as strong, not as good, and then it just goes down generation, which leads to weak ass motherfuckers. Okay, so that's just my analogy on it. And like I said, I feel like that's just the overall message of this film. And I'm just speaking my mind because I understand people ain't gonna get it. People ain't people come from they're pushing their own agenda. Okay, like I said, Jordan Peele is one of those directors that pushes the edge, like Darren Aronofsky or Ari Aster. You know what I'm saying? They're on a whole nother level of intelligence when it comes to writing movies and making you see in a really cool way. So shout out to the intellectual folk out there that understand some of these elements in the movie. But yeah, it is a bunch of bougie black folk that's in this film. For those who don't just it's not like a hood film. It ain't none of that shit. This is like showing you like how the elements of every element this film could apply to anybody. If you murder, like I wouldn't be surprised if there's a part 2 come out, like Candy Woman or Candy Lady. Candy Lady. Ooh, listen, that would be a dope concept, right? Candy Lady, Jordan Peele, get on it or get at me. I mean, come on, bro. But anyways, that's my I'm gonna call this, like I said, the real review of the Candyman movie. You know what I'm saying? I got on the green, Cabrini green, baby. What's up? But yeah, that's the real review, y'all.